Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about a different kind of growth. Not the growth that comes from success, not the growth that comes from winning awards, reaching milestones, or receiving recognition. I want to talk about the growth that happens when you are working hard, doing everything right, and yet life continues to move slowly. The growth that comes when you wake up at 4 a.m. with dreams in your heart but no guarantee that any of them will come true. The growth that happens in silence. Because if I look back at my creative journey, some of the biggest lessons did not come from achievements. They came from waiting, uncertainty, and learning how to keep going. So there were phases when I woke up at 4 a.m. not because anyone asked me to, not because someone was monitoring my progress, but because I believed in my goals. I believed that if I showed up consistently, things would eventually move forward. And you know what? They did. But not always at the speed I expected. That was difficult. When you're putting in effort every day, you naturally want visible results. You want confirmation that your hard work matters. You want evidence that you are moving closer to your destination. Instead, sometimes all you receive is silence. No immediate rewards, no major breakthroughs, just another morning, another page, another step. That experience taught me patience. It taught me that progress is not always visible. Sometimes growth is happening underground before it appears above the surface. So one of the biggest lessons came from publishing. Like many writers, I dreamed about traditional publishing. I imagined receiving that call, that email, that opportunity. I imagine someone saying, "Yes, we believe in your work." But sometimes the call doesn't come, or it takes longer than expected. And while you are waiting, life asks an important question. Will you stop creating, or will you continue? That question forced growth. Because eventually I realized that waiting indefinitely was not helping me move forward. I had stories to tell, books to write, ideas to share. So I chose action. Choosing self-publishing was a turning point. At first it felt intimidating. That was no large team managing everything. There was no external validation. There was only me and my work. But that decision taught independence. It taught me that sometimes we must become the opportunity we are waiting for. Instead of waiting for permission, we create. Instead of waiting for validation, we trust ourselves. Instead of waiting for doors to open, we build our own. That lesson extended far beyond publishing. It became a philosophy for life. And you know why? Because there was another moment that forced growth was attached to it, and that was learning to complete projects before stipulated time. Deadlines have a way of revealing who we are. Many people talk about discipline. You know what? But discipline becomes real when you continue working even when inspiration disappears. So writing a book is not simply about creativity, it's about consistency. There were times when I pushed myself to finish manuscripts ahead of schedule. At first, it felt exhausting, but eventually I learned something powerful. Motivation comes and goes, but you know what? Discipline stays. And discipline often produces better results than inspiration alone. Sometimes what happens is that growth came from the opposite problem, not moving slowly, but moving too fast. There were phases when I became deeply immersed in projects like writing, researching, creating, planning, producing. And suddenly weeks would pass, months would pass, entire seasons would pass. I was so focused on reaching goals that I forgot to experience the present moment. That realization forced growth. Because success means little if we never pause long enough to appreciate it. Creativity taught me that ambition and presence must coexist. We should chase dreams, but we should also enjoy the journey. Right, so moving on to my another challenge that was creative experience was managing multiple projects at once. Okay, so imagine completing 2 podcast shows simultaneously. I did it. Like planning content, recording episodes, managing schedules, generating ideas, keeping momentum alive. Oh God. It required organization. And I did all by myself. Energy, focus, commitment. And yet something interesting happened. After finishing those projects, I expected to feel completely fulfilled. Instead, there was a strange emptiness. Have you ever experienced that strange emptiness? Well, many creators understand this feeling. Like you finish a project, you reach a goal, you accomplish something significant. And then a small voice appears. What's next? What else can I create? What else can I achieve? And that voice can be inspiring. But it can also become exhausting. So I started getting exhausted. Because creativity often convinces us that we must constantly produce more. It always demands more stories, more books, more content, more projects. But growth came when I realized that completion deserves celebration too. Not every moment needs to be productive. Sometimes we need to pause and acknowledge what we have already accomplished. So it's like working on multiple long stories. So there was also a period when I worked on multiple long stories simultaneously. So one story demanded emotional depth, another required research. A third required imagination. And each project had its own world, its own characters. Okay, and it has own challenges. Managing them all felt like carrying several universes inside my mind. But it taught mental flexibility. It taught creative endurance. Most importantly, it taught me how to switch between different perspectives without losing focus. Okay, so focus is really important. So when achievement doesn't feel like enough, I started feeling that one of the hardest growth lessons is realizing that achievement doesn't automatically create satisfaction. You complete a goal, you celebrate briefly, then your mind creates another goal and another and another. There's nothing wrong with ambition, right? But ambition without gratitude can become an endless race. Growth forced me to ask, when is enough enough? How do we celebrate progress? How do we appreciate what we have already built? These questions are just as important as setting new goals. So I started learning to rest without guilt. Creative people often struggle with rest. Okay, but we think rest means we are falling behind. We think rest means we are wasting time. But growth taught me that rest is productive. Books need editing, ideas need incubation, minds need recovery. Creativity is not a machine, it requires balance. The quality of our work improves when we allow ourselves space to breathe. Perhaps the greatest lesson is that growth never truly ends. 1 year you are a blogger, another year you are an author, then a journalist, then a podcaster, then a photographer, then an artist, then something entirely new. So what are you trying to plan about your life is that you are building every version for yourself upon the previous one, and every transition requires courage, because growth often asks us to become beginners again. So looking back, the moments that forced growth were rarely dramatic. They were quiet moments. Waking up early when no one was watching. So no one tried to wake me up at 4 when I was supposed to revise my exams. Continuing to write and not waiting for opportunities. Choosing self-publishing when traditional routes seemed uncertain. Completing projects before deadlines. Managing multiple creative responsibilities. Feeling empty after accomplishments and learning that fulfillment comes from purpose, not just productivity. So these experiences taught me patience, discipline, resilience, independence, and growth. If you're currently in a season where progress feels slow, remember this: growth is happening even when results are invisible. Even when recognition is delayed, even when you are questioning your path. Sometimes the moments that force growth are preparing you for opportunities you cannot yet see. And one day, you will look back and realize that the waiting, the effort, the discipline, and the uncertainty were not obstacles. They were the training ground that made everything else possible. So thank you for listening, and I hope this message has resonated with you. If you like this video, then please share, like, and subscribe this channel. And happy listening.